Hi, welcome to Fix My Fibro, and my name's Bernadette. Today I want to talk about angioedema. Angioedema is when your body swells up with fluid. Now, I today have this really big double chin, which I don't normally have because I had a massive, what's known as a high histamine meal yesterday. Histamine angioedema is when your eyes puff up, and yesterday my eyes were really puffy after I'd eaten a high histamine meal. And today I am really fluidy in my chin and in my abdomen and thighs. So this is a ongoing thing that we have with fibromyalgia. Never has been diagnosed, doesn't get acknowledged as a symptom. I've had attacks where I've got severe angioedema, severe swelling and distension of the stomach, where I've been in agonizing pain and in hospital, and you get told that it's just obesity. And there's no doubt we put on weight for fibromyalgia, but the weight is put on in part by inactivity due to chronic pain and chronic fatigue. But the angioedema is actually not acknowledged, and that is a huge issue. So there are three types of angioedema. There is this histamine angioedema, and histamines are the first line of defense in your body when a foreign object comes into your body. So, antihistamines, if you breathe in pollens and things that give you hay fever type symptoms, are a class of drugs that can slightly help with that. If you get severe angioedema, this histamine angioedema, the only way to stop it is by not eating high histamine foods. And high histamine foods are things like tomato, citrus, high-fat dairy. So low-fat dairy is fine, but high-fat dairy or yogurts that are in full fat will set off a full reaction, things like creams. So the high-fat dairy, what else have we got that's high histamine? Pineapple, I think kiwi fruit is as well. Look up a list online. It really is something you should stop eating high histamine foods because they will set off a histamine angioedema. There is another angioedema called bradykinin angioedema, and bradykinin is a small peptide in the body, a signaling peptide, and that causes excruciating pain. And I know we have this type of angioedema as well because when we get an onslaught, it's not as common as the histamine angioedema, but we do get bradykinin angioedema as well. And I had it recently and went to hospital because the pain is so severe. You have like a period of 8 days that you're in absolutely excruciating pain. And you literally want to cut off your arms and legs or your head, like wherever all the pain is. It's insane. But you won't get diagnosed with that. There are some conditions called hereditary angioedema that cause regular angioedema. Those people get special medication, and often it's from the government and subsidised. Because we get it and it's not diagnosed, and there's been about 30 new cases or 30 new subtypes of this hereditary angioedema that has now been found by genetic mutations, but they don't get treated, and people don't do those genetic studies for that type of hereditary angioedema. So you're not going to get treated for this bradykinin angioedema, but because you won't fit into the mold of the one blood-based factor that they look at that might be disrupted. But what it means is that there is a treatment that I found when I was having one of these severe bradykinin angioedema pain attacks. And it's actually licorice root. It's called malathi powder, MALATHI powder in Indian medicine. And if you just go to an Indian store and buy it, a quarter of a teaspoon of that in some warm water, drunk down, just switches off the pain and the angioedema like there is no tomorrow. But that is only when you have these really severe pain attacks. And I think you'll know if you're a fibromyalgic the kind of pain I'm talking about. They're the times that you go to hospital when you're just beside yourself in pain. That's a bradykinin angioedema type attack We don't get diagnosed for it. It happens. The doctors don't acknowledge it because they can't see it in a blood test. It's a big issue for us fibromyalgics.